And let's just be honest, you mothered him so fucking much. When you leave him, it's gonna feel like you're abandoning your own child. But that was never your fucking job. It was never your job to begin with. You were supposed to be a spouse, a significant other, a girlfriend, not a fucking parent. Not a fucking parent. Absolutely not. And this is where everything gets like lost in translation and fucked up. Because if you think for a second that was your fucking job, I got news for you, babe. I got fucking news for you. Leave. Okay, bye.
Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Miss Kafue. So today we are talking about how you should stop mothering that man. Stop playing that role of a mother, especially if you're not even one. Why are you always telling him what to do, how to do it, when to do it? Stop playing that role. You'll feel so much lighter. Let him take the lead. Aren't they supposed to be leaders? Why are you playing that role? Now you're emasculating him. Now he feels like a child. Now he let you take the lead. He let everything fall on you. You know, that's what they do. So stop it already. So if you've been a member of this channel, you know how we normally do it over here. Let's quickly jump right into this video and then I'll be back to give my take on it.
Don't become their mother. Be their woman that they have to keep chasing and pleasing. And you give them the way to do it immediately. You said be strict with them. Exactly. Be mean. Don't nag, just be mean. Then they'll know how to fix it at least. If you're nagging, you're emasculating them every time you remind them. Every time you remind them of what they're doing wrong. If you don't give them the solution, you're emasculating them every single time. And you're becoming their mother. So, you got to tell them once, then tell them what to do to fix it. They got the answer right there. You see? Then you stop dealing with them until they fix it. An example, please. Okay. You give me an example. I don't know. Y'all give me an example in marriage.
I know you're waking up early in the morning, your kids to school, so that you can get ready to go to your 8 to 5 job. And all this time you've left your hubby asleep. And you're beginning to feel resentful because, of course, you are overworking. Welcome to the curse of being your man's mother. Mothering a man is you taking on more than you're supposed to do because you feel like if you're not doing it, he's not gonna do it. So you want to protect and control everything. And the downside of that is that your man turns passive. You get out of this, and this is the number one tip. You have to trust you have a capable man. You do not have a boy, you have a grown man. So I want you to ask him for support. Next time he comes to ask you, babe, how are you? Look him in the eye and say, babe, I love this family, but lately I am feeling exhausted. I can't keep having to wake up and run around, take the kids to school and be ready for work and then make sure I'm back home early by 4:30 so that I can be a mother and then still work on the business. I'd really love to feel supported. How can you help me? Don't send WhatsApp messages. You need to do face-to-face because WhatsApp messages get lost in translation. This is your man, you're sleeping with him in the same bed. He might come back and say, I'm not a morning person. This is where you need to be prepared to keep your mouth closed. Because this is where most of you lose yourself and you start saying, oh my goodness, you never do this, you never do that, and then you go into a tit-for-tat place. After he says, not a morning person, I want you to shut your mouth and listen and acknowledge and say, yeah, I understand that. However, I need support. Don't budge. Don't start excusing. And what is happening right now, you are expressing yourself. You have not blamed him. You are speaking your truth. You are saying what it is that you want. If he still keeps quiet, then leave it. And the following day, be prepared not to drop your kids to school because you've already expressed that you are exhausted and you need help. Not your role to teach a man how to be a man. hubby is a grown man. Stop mothering men.
Why do women always say, I don't want to be his mother? You do realize the man that you care about, he's that way because of his mother. And now it's your job to step in and not raise the man, but now you raise a grown man.
You done it pissed me off. Congratulations, you have invented the world's least sexy family dynamic. I've heard people slip before, but that was more like a Freudian avalanche. Do you call her babe or ma'am? I'm just trying to understand the rules. How's that epidemic treating you? Are you as lonely as you chose to be? Does she have to clap when you go potty? To be fair, people don't usually say that part. They just start a podcast and call it Fresh and Fit.
Stop mothering grown men. If he can't manage his own life, he should not have access to you. You're not here to remind him, push him, certainly not raise him. If he wanted to show up like a man, he would. Choose a man, not a project.
Constantly telling him what to do and how to do it is mothering energy, and the only man that wants a mother is a boy. So if you want to be a permanent mother and always be looking after him and telling him how to do it, where to do it, and instructing him, then carry on. But know one thing, that in a woman, constant mothering throughout a lifetime raises your cortisol. Those of you who are mothers know that when you're around your child, you're hypervigilant, you're always aware. And those of you who don't have children but have a man you're mothering also know that you're always hypervigilant, you're always aware, you always want to know where he is, you're always on the lookout. And high cortisol in women causes what? A lot of stress. Causes what? A lot of illness. Causes what? For you to gain weight, deplete yourself, and just spiral downwards. So if you really want to mother a man for the rest of your life, I suggest having actual children and not doing it to a man, because you will stress yourself out.
He doesn't want a mother. He doesn't want a daughter. He wants a partner. Some of y'all try to baby a man like he's your child and then wonder why he checks out. And some of y'all want to be carried like somebody's child and then wonder why the relationship feels unbalanced. A grown man wants a woman he can build with, somebody who stands next to him, not over him. Somebody who adds value, not control. Somebody who can communicate like an adult and not throw tantrums. Somebody who can support him and not smother him. He doesn't need a second mom. He does not need somebody treating him like every decision he makes is wrong. He doesn't need somebody trying to fix him like a project. And he also does not want a daughter, meaning somebody who expects him to carry everything while she brings nothing to the table but emotions and opinions. A real man wants a woman he can level up with, okay? A partner, somebody who can handle responsibility, somebody who can hold him down without babying him, somebody who can match his mindset, not drain it. And at the end of the day, healthy relationships aren't parent-child dynamics. They're partnerships. And until both people show up like adults, it's never gonna work.
Glow up, get quiet, and get you some business. The Silent Upgrade series you asked for. Day 3. Your husband is not your son, and you ain't his mama. As a wife who used to think I had to do the most, I say, stop trying to raise a grown man. And I say that as the wife who always had a correction. The wife who thought that things needed to be done my way. The wife who thought I could teach him how to improve. A man will always rebel against being managed, supervised, and constantly corrected. If you're mothering him, you're carrying the weight of a job you were never meant for. Meanwhile, you're neglecting your own growth. So when it comes to telling him what to do, stop. Get quiet. When you feel the need to correct or direct him, don't. Zip your lips. Get out of his business and get you some. Because, honey, your husband is not your son. So the woman who tries to be his mother is exhausted. The woman focused on her own upgrade got her some business. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments.
Don't be so understanding toward us as men. Do not be so forgiving toward us. Do not be so patient with us. Do not be so gracious with us. And do not be so empathetic with us. Because 9 out of 10 times, maybe even 10 out of 10 times in some cases, a man is always going to put himself first. He's looking out for his own self. He's not thinking about the woman or having her best interest in mind. A lot of men are selfish as hell. They're already operating from a paradigm of selfishness. And if they see that you're an empath, you're forgiving, you're patient, you're very gracious, and you give them more of the benefit of the doubt than they deserve, they're going to take that and run with it every single time. And I'm not saying that those things are bad by any means, but what I am saying is when you embody those things excessively, too much patience, too much understanding, too much empathy, too much grace, that is when it becomes a bad thing, because at that point you start to lose yourself in the process by over giving. Here you are waiting and sticking around thinking that this dude is going to change because he told you he was. Where's the proof? Where are the actions? 9 out of 10 times, we're not going to change if we don't want to change for ourselves. What makes you think that we're going to change for you if we don't even want to change for ourselves? It's not going to happen. When men truly want to change, they will. You don't have to ask them. You don't have to implore them. You don't have to send these long messages, call them for hours, crash out on them. You don't have to do any of that. But when they see that you are over empathetic, over understanding, over giving, over patient, it's a wrap. They're never going to change. Lowering your standards and folding your boundaries for a man is literally the worst thing you can do as a woman, because now you're settling for someone who isn't even willing to step it up to give you the things that you deserve in life. Let them call you picky. Let them say your standards are unattainable, they're unrealistic. They're there for a reason, and if he can't reach them for whatever reason, another man will. Never drop your standards for a dude, because you will 100% live a life of misery. All your standards, you're too picky, you're going to be alone. I'd rather be alone than to be with your lazy ass who isn't willing to step it up to give me the things that I deserve or the things that I want in life. Straight up.
Time you feel the urge to go and wake up your hubby because it was his turn to take the kid to school at 7 and it's 6:15 and he's still in bed. Yeah, making you feel so stressed, like what the heck? Yeah, I want you to do this instead. I want you to ask yourself, is this man in bed right now a senior level manager at work? Second thing, ask yourself, is this man a child? Third thing, is this kid our son? Yeah? And then do this instead. Leave him to sleep. Do not try to wake him up or tell your son, get into the car, let's go. What happens is when women always feel that urge to save situations, that's how you train your man to just be there. This is a capable man, yeah? But anytime you come in to save, you've positioned yourself like a mother. You think you're being helpful, but what you're telling this guy is, you know what? You are not capable of doing your job, of taking your own son to school, so let me do it because I'm more capable. Not only does this emasculate him, okay? Number two, it makes you be like a mom. That's how you end up being so resentful and saying you have no time for yourself in the marriage because you've positioned yourself as a mother. Okay, so babe, your man's role, let him do his role. And it is not up to you to figure out how he's gonna do it. It's his responsibility. He is a grown man. After all, you are the woman in this relationship. Yeah? If there is that agreement that he is meant to take the kid, trust that he is going to take the kid in his own way. Who knows? Maybe he'll wake up at 6:45 and just decide to take the kid. That is not your business. That is his own business. Okay? So stay in your lane, babe. You don't have to be his mom.
You mothered him so much that when you leave, you will feel like you're abandoning your own child. Because at some point, you stopped being his woman and became his emotional parent. You reminded him. You forgave him. You explained basic respect like you were raising him. And he got so comfortable being taken care of by you that he forgot he was supposed to grow up. But love is not adoption. A relationship is not a daycare. And your softness was never supposed to become a shelter for a man who refuses to mature. So when you finally leave, He might call it abandonment, but it's not abandonment. It's a graduation. You finally realize you can't keep raising someone who was supposed to meet you as a man.
The quickest way for a woman to destroy herself is to start mothering a grown man. Because the moment you start stepping in trying to save a man from consequences that were meant to shape him, you end up being the one being punished. It's natural order, right? So you end up carrying a weight that was never meant for you in the first place. Your peace is gone, your money is gone, your femininity is gone, and your nervous system is fried. Now you're stressed, depleted, emotionally exhausted, and trying to hold a man down who should have never been leaning on you in the first place. And this is why I keep saying a lot of women are not in relationships. Y'all are running rehabilitation centers. You're trying to heal, build, and motivate him, turning potential into performance. Whole time, life was trying to humble that man without you interfering. Women see struggle and immediately want to nurture it. But I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. You're nurturing the wrong thing, girlfriend. And that is why you're spiritually drained. And I want you to pay attention to this. The more a woman starts acting like the masculine provider in a relationship, the less protected you're going to feel, because the dynamic has completely changed. You stop feeling soft, safe, and desired, and now you feel responsible. A man is supposed to come into your life with stability, direction, and the ability to add peace to your life, not enter into your life looking for a life coach, therapist, investor, motivational speaker, and emotional support animal. So stop disrupting cosmic order, because the only one that will lose in the end is you.
I lost it at the introduction when that guy said that the reason you feel sad when the relationship ends is because you were a mother for so long to him that it's like your child. You see how when your child goes to school, you always think about, do they have lunch? Was their uniform clean? Like you always think about everything to do with your child, you know? So it's the same way as a man. You always think that, now who will do this for him? But let me tell you, it's so good that this content is out here that it's helping us, a lot of us women, detach from that mentality, that slave mentality. It's a slave mentality. And I had a woman the other day say that the oldest form of slavery is actually marriage. And I couldn't agree more, because as women, we've always been in service to these men. It's always you doing the bulk of the work. It's always you supposed to do this. It's always you supposed to take on. It's all, please. I'm glad women are waking up, by the way. It's time we stop playing these stupid roles. And let me tell you, most of these men who you need to, not even you need, but you find yourself in a position whereby you mother them. Some of them will even put you in these positions without you realizing, slowly by slowly. They're just laid back so much when it comes to stuff. And if you're a person who, maybe even you're a firstborn daughter, or you're just a proactive person, you like your things done in a certain way, you'll find yourself overextending yourself in these things. So in the end, without you realizing it, slowly by slowly, you find that the bulk of the work is falling on you. Everything is falling on you. You know, and as a woman, as women, the household is a woman's responsibility. Like whatever goes on in that house, whatever is eaten in that house, how the fridge is arranged, whatever, like, it's you, it's your job, it's our role. Like, so you'll find that he'll let you do everything. The only thing he'll contribute is a paycheck, and some of them don't even contribute that paycheck to begin with. Like, it will be like you've adopted an additional adult child. So please, be laid back as a woman, like switch off. That is what I'd say, switch off. Yeah, and let me tell you, most of these men, they like lazy women. They don't like women who are all up in their business, or like they feel emasculated. So switch off, lay back, just pretend that you're just, they like women who seem a little bit slow. Pretend like, okay, not pretend. I know most of us are very smart, but just take the back seat in most of these things. Don't be in the driver's seat, blah blah, controlling the wheel. Like, no, just take the back seat and watch him become a man. Watch him become that man for you. Like, and if he fails in it, it's time to let go of that relationship. That's all I can tell you, because it's so stressful. As women, we deal with a lot, and then you add that you have to tell this man to do this and this, to remind him it's time to take the kids to school, or to remind him you needed to do this and this. Me, especially if I say something once, I'm done. Like, I'm not repeating it, and I'm not doing until consequences come. Like, yeah, you have to teach them. Men only understand consequences. Let them face the consequences. Don't even remind them, oh, it's time to go to the doctor. No, it's their health. They should remember. You see, even these things of reminding men, oh, it's our anniversary, oh, it's CG my birthday, oh, CG it's this and this event. I thought I told you about it. We were supposed to go. Don't remind them. Let that day come. Just dress up and leave. If they ask you where you're going, you tell them, I thought I told you, like you did not remember. I won't keep reminding you. Let me tell you, they learn. From that day, he'll remember. He'll remember. So these men know what they are doing. Don't overextend yourself for them. No, don't do it. It's not a child. If anything, if you must, then get a child. And that has reminded me something. You see, as a child, I used to watch these Kardashian shows. And I remember seeing Khloe Kardashian being a mother to Lamar. At that time, I used to wonder, why is this beautiful woman always like acting like a mother to this ugly big man? That is what my mind used to think. At that time, I didn't even know who these people are. But I was like, why is she always, oh, CG, he needs CG to swallow what medicine? Oh, what? I used to get so irritated, but now I understand why it was so irritating. It's because Khloe Kardashian was acting like a mother to Lamar. And that relationship was never fruitful. You see how those relationships end up. Though Lamar was also like a really bad person, So anyway, there's that. So don't be like her. There are many Chloes in this real life where we've been mothers to these men at some point. At some point you were stupid. At some point you believed like, oh, I should do this and this. Oh, I should make sure. No, you don't have to do anything for a man. That's what I came to realize. You don't have to do anything. In fact, the less you do, the more they'll do for you. If you've not figured that out, I'm telling you, you'll have a long road to go. You see, when you enter a relationship, you set the tone for that relationship. Let that man know that you are lazy. I saw another woman saying that she's never done laundry in her house. She never knows how to do it. She told her husband she doesn't know, so it's her husband who does the laundry. And now he was gone for a trip for 2 weeks, and she was sitting with dirty laundry like, oh my God. Okay, whatever you take this, but let me tell you, some women out here are smart. You gotta be smart, because if you show these men that you can handle everything, they'll put you through everything and anything. So anyway, please, I hope this video was okay. I've decided to do the old style again, the old style that we normally do our videos, because I've realized the engagement is very low when I make small interruptions. Personally, I don't like watching videos where people interrupt, by the way. That's why my content is always uninterrupted. But with YouTube's policies and the kind of niche this content is, it's at high risk of copyright strikes. That's why I was trying to change it. But I have like good plans. Like, yeah, right now I'm in the newborn trenches, but I'm almost done with it. So we'll be getting there. Anyway, please have a nice day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.